something that you said really, really stood out to me. You said you're perfectly okay with being wrong. And that is not just from an analyst perspective. You have money attached to being wrong in certain of these aspects. So where did that mentality come from? Was it early on in your analyst career, or, and also like, how do you embrace or just deal with a lot of the crappy comments you're going to get when people are attaching what Doug says to, play this or don't
Yeah.
play it. And all of a sudden they come back like, man, like I spent my rent money on you, like WTF, bro. Like, how do you deal with that stuff?
Yeah, I mean, first and foremost, and this goes out to all the bettors. Doesn't matter what you're wagering on or how confident you are with the selection, how confident I am. Always stick to your bankroll. Stick to what you can afford to lose, and that's going to keep you in the game for longer. I don't care if a team's won 15 on the bounce and they should win the 16th, or a horse has got 6 and we're going for 7. There's no such thing as the L word in betting and playing the horses. I don't want to say it. Okay, I'll say it. There's no such thing as a lock. So always be smart with your money. Try and track how you're doing with your bets. And there's a lot of great resources out there on the old internet where you can do so. But I mean, for me, I started as just a young degen who loved to punt, loved to gamble at, back in Oz when I was younger than what I am now. And I figured out, look, if you're going to jump in and invest this kind of money, why would you not try and turn a profit and take it seriously? And I mean, for me, that meant not playing every single game, not playing every single race, but do your due diligence, figure out where you can find a bit of an edge over the market, over the field, and that's where you can really thrive. And that would be a standout for me, for new bettors who maybe want to start playing the football, playing the college football, the NFL. Stick to a team, stick to a conference. Try and figure that out first before you figure out the league. If you want to play the horses, don't just try and figure out every single track that we have going on the daily. Maybe clue in to a couple of jockeys you like, a couple of trainers that you like, maybe a track that's close to home or close to you where you can start to see a couple of trends, a bit of bias, and that's when you can really have a bit of a leg up over the field, over the competition. And the big difference between sports betting and playing the horses is on the sports side of things, you're going against the house, right? It's you against the book. On the horse racing side of things, it's pari-mutuel wagering, which stems from the French term playing amongst ourselves. So when you play the ponies, it's in your best interest to have that kind of edge, have that kind of lean over the rest of your fellow bettors. So maybe you can swoop in and get a bigger piece of the pie. But yeah, always stick to bankroll. And if you're going to jump in, whether it's during the week, maybe it's on Sundays, maybe it's on Saturday afternoons to play the football, you want to be trying to turn a profit because it ain't fun losing money. But, the beauty of social media, everyone can have their 2 cents. But I always try and encourage, if, you're going to put a hard time on someone's ticket or the way they structure things, tell them beforehand. If you got that secret sauce, we got to know before the game starts, before the race goes off. You can't just tell us about it after the fact. That doesn't count.